All right, everyone, here we go with an energy weather update. Let's see what the love environmental energies around us are. All right, let's see what's going on. It's Steve's Love Tarot. Let's talk about love. How about that? Let's see where we go here. Well, the Six of Swords and the Eight of Cups, the Ten of Wands. Well, somebody's thinking about you a lot. It was easy to walk away from you. I see it. Oh, I see it. There's the Ace of Cups. Yep. And they're all up in their head. I said they're thinking about you a lot. There's the Eight Swords. There's the heavy on their mind. I'll say this right now, just the theme energy of the environmental energy around you, the love energies around you, the soulmate energies around you, the environmental air of those energies is you've got somebody attached to you that is probably realizing over the next week or so, week or two, as large cycles come to an end, right? And as we build up to Valentine's Day, right? Somebody's realizing it was real easy to walk away from you, but it's not so easy to come back. You know, that's the thing. That's why we got to be careful when we leave things behind. When we do every decision we make, we need to look at both sides. People tend to take a short range view of things. Immediate dopamine release, immediate gratification. When your brain releases dopamine, it's all you care about is right now. It releases dopamine when you smoke a cigarette, nicotine, right? All you care about is that right there. I just want to get that. You might feel bad afterward and think, well, shit, now I'm going to end up in a hospital with tubes sticking out of me someday. But your brain, with the dopamine release, says it was worth it in that moment, right? That's how a lot of people make decisions. That's how most people actually. That's how this person made a love decision about you. They're just like, well, right now, I'm just gone. I got something else I want to do. Not thinking about the other side. When you make a decision, you need to look at both sides, the light and the dark. How does this benefit me and how does it not? How might I regret it later? Ask yourself questions like this. Somebody didn't, and now they're finding out. It was easy to walk away from you, but not so easy to come back. Okay. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you. But if the title brought you in here or you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. I'm not a fucking time lord. All right. These are the surrounding energies. So I do these readings to help you figure out how to behave well within them. I'm sticking with love in this. Some of you might say, well, you don't usually say the love energies around it. I'm doing that because the other energies, I did a couple of other takes of this before this reading, and they came out a little, well, the offline readings, the societal energy readings are coming out a little Nazi stormtrooper. I won't lie to you. Okay, so I didn't want to go dark with this reading. All right, I didn't want to do that. I want you to feel something. All right, I want you to understand that there is something here. That there's something besides that. Right. So I decided to pull on the love energies. I thought they might be a little better because they're actually really good. In an equal and opposite reaction, the love energies are actually really fabulous right now. Somebody close to you, somebody who walked away needs a fucking hug. Their life isn't going as they've planned. Things aren't going well. Walking away from you wasn't as bright an idea as they thought it was. They could use a hug. A lot of people could use a hug right now. Right? A hug is a powerful thing. It releases a lot of positive energy. I don't think there's enough hugging going on. Let's see where we go. Let's see where we're at. Okay, we got one that flew out on the floor, so we're done. And I just got done talking about hugging, didn't I? Empress. See what I'm saying? Empathy. What the world needs now is love, sweet love, right? It needs empathy. That's what it needs. And that's what I'm pulling on right now. Here's 5 swords fell on the floor. It goes right there. This card will be crossing the center card. Let me pull these. Let's talk about, look at that. See what I'm saying? Love, empathy wins the day. The love energies around the DF, most of you watching, around everybody are actually really good. All right? The problem is the DF is the only one living them. The only one who can pull with that empathy and be happy. Somebody attached to you is stabbing themselves in the foot. Somebody shortchanged themselves, probably by walking away from you, probably by refusing to come towards you in this energy. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know who this is. I don't think it's the same person that came up in the Uranus reading from the other day, but it might be. I don't know. What's red with 5 swords? Oh, I like. See what I'm saying? Do you get it? Do you see? This is why I throw the cards, so that you can see the energy. You can see it as I feel it. All right. So we've got the baseline energy here. what I'm talking about. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It needs empathy. There you go. It's right there. You've got that. That's your energy attached to that. Somebody attached to you, listen to the goat. They listen to the wrong thing. How do I take my readings that I didn't do for this because they came out a little dark and add it to this? You've got a lot of energies right now that are showing that we've been listening to a goat. And you got a lot of people that aren't believing that. They don't want to see that. They don't want to. That's an inconvenient truth for them. You're the key. Love is the key. A hug is the key. Empathy is the key. Right? It's only with empathy that the emperor doesn't become maniacal. That's all. It's plain and simple. What's under the empress, I wonder? How about that? It's your energy that balances things out. So, in the environmental energies right now, as far as the love energy here, somebody is facing the fact that they made a mistake. That walking away from you was easy, but coming back is difficult. Right? We have to fight this. We have to stop this. When something shows itself to be a goat, don't say, well, it's probably not. I mean, goats are okay. They're great. No, there's no way to justify this energy. All right? Let's see where we go here. Okay, so the love energies around you, the surrounding energies are great. Enjoy them. In fact, I'll give you some advice here. I'll pull on the sun. We'll get back to the DM side in a minute. This is like DM. Straight up. Plain and simple. I'll give you some advice. Find something. Stop and smell the roses. Okay? Listen up. I'm giving you energy advice. I'm reading the energy for you. If you walked up to me and said, Steve, read the energy around me. Fine. The energy around you is screaming at you. To stop and smell the roses. Find something you're proud of that you've done. There's something you've done that you could be proud of. Grab onto that. Grab onto that pride. Don't let it get away from you. Pride is like fear. It's one of those energies where it can be beneficial. It can be beneficial to you if you can corral it. But if it gets away from you, you become crazy, and in pride's case, you become an arrogant jackass. Don't be. Right? Just stop and smell the roses. Take a look as we come to the end of a long cycle. That world point ends a 36-year cycle. Whenever a large cycle is ending, it always makes people antsy. Right? The general public doesn't know anything about that. They don't. Astrology to most of the general public is poppycock. Energy reading is poppycock. It's all a bunch of poppycock. Right? They don't know anything about all this stuff. So but they always act antsy. It's always very predictable. Because a large cycle it makes them uneasy, right? So that's why it'll make you uneasy too. You need to grab onto something, stop and smell the roses, and find something you've done that makes you proud. It's probably of more. Once you find that thing is probably of more importance than you realize, right? In other words, it's bigger than you think, even if you think it was a small thing, You gave someone a couple of bucks when they needed it to get some gas in their car or get some food. Well, you don't know what that led to when you did that, right? You have no idea what that person ended up doing or whatever. There's a lot of things that we never know, we never find out. We just get the good karma back for it at some point. Right now, stay in that energy. I'm going to pull on the sun. Let's see where we go. Here's what it is. Find something to be proud of. Tell you what, it's crossed by the 9 of Swords. 9's of the end of tarot here. There's no reason for you, if you're at all anxious about love and love energies or what's going on in the world or whatever, there's no reason for you to be. Okay? What's on top? 8 Swords. I'm getting a lot of this on top of this. Why is that here? 7 Wands. And what's the bridge? The world. Yeah. I'll expand on what I was saying because the energy is the world's most powerful card I could pull. It bookends the sun. This is about the end of a large cycle, right? It's everything I said in a way. I mean, I said a big cycle is ending. And when a big cycle ends, societal energies, people in general, whether they're in the soulmate cycle or not, become antsy. They become agitated. They become defensive. They become 8 of Swords. It makes them uneasy. For you, it's a breeze. All right? It's a breeze. The Nine of Swords, anything you're worried about, remember, it's nonsense. Okay? Whatever it is. There's a lot of big stuff going on in the world. Sure. You're probably worried about that. That's fine. But find yourself a nice little bubble. Find yourself this little energy here. All right. Let's shuffle on the Five of Swords. I have to take a moment. Realign the energies a little bit. Now I'm switching gears. I'm switching from you with the sun and, again, with nothing to worry about, over to a devil and a Five of Swords. Somebody attached to you here isn't behaving with this. Well, I mean, we can just look at it as the surrounding energies. It's an energy weather update. Some people are behaving well. People with empathy are behaving well, and they're not going to have anything to worry about. People who listen to the goat are going to be paranoid and defensive. Okay? So keep that in mind. You're going to run in. You're going to leave that. You might be the empress, but you're going to leave the house to do stuff, right? You're going to be dealing with a lot of people out in the public that are antsy, Nine Swords up all night, tired during the day, overthinking stuff, and very defensive. You will, because a large cycle is coming to an end in the environmental energies, and that's what this World card is talking about. You'll be fine. Don't engage with these people. Don't try to turn them around. You won't. Once the goat gets hold of you, there's no turning it around. Once the goat, you let the goat loose in your house, and it gets a hold of your couch, there's no stopping it. By the time you get there, it's just springs. He'd probably eat those too. At the end of the day, it'll eat your world up. All right, here we go. Five Swords. Why is it here? Bob Ross used to say that about a color. I forget which one it was. I don't know if it was phthalo blue or, well, you know. There was some color. He said, be careful with this color. It'll eat your world up. Right? That kind of a thing. Be careful with that. Right? It's real easy. That energy is there. There's going to be you're going to encounter. I'm getting a reading that you're fine, but a lot of the energies around you, a lot of the energies, the societal energies, are coming up this way too. This would sum up my offline reads nicely. I don't use this deck, but it would. When you have empathy, when you feel bad about something, right? You have the ability to feel something. You realize you've been listening to a goat, you change direction. You don't just keep going. Well, that can't be true. That's just arrogant. That's not Empress energy. Why is the Five of Swords here? So you're going to run into this if you leave the house. There's a lot of my way or the highway in the energy. There's a lot of paranoid people right now. Paranoia is coming up. It's making a comeback. Right? Our theme song would be Paranoid by Black Sabbath. Go ahead and listen to it. All right, we go with the Seven of Cups. See? It's confusion. I can't. You've got a lot of energies around, right, that are realizing you're in a bubble. You're fine. Keep your empathy up. Stop and smell the roses. Find something you're proud of that you've accomplished over the last few years, 5 years, whatever. 36 years. I don't fucking care. Find something. Whatever it is. Draw some pride from that. Let that drive you, because the energies around are showing people that they've been listening to a devil. Whatever it is in their life. I don't know. Drinking too much, smoking too much, events out in the world, following somebody, joining a cult. I don't know. This is a very common energy for cults, for people in a cult, right? Somebody joins a cult. They realize at some point somebody talks some sense into them that they've been listening to a devil the whole time, and you gave away your house and all your money to this fool who thinks he's the second coming of Jesus. It's not true. Now he's spending your money on hookers, right, and putting them up in your house that you gave him. They still don't want to believe it. They still don't. Why? Because they lack empathy. They're low vibration. Low vibration people won't change their mind. It can't possibly be. That's why they're confused here. Can't possibly be true. I can't possibly be wrong. The DM side, very arrogant, very narcissistic. Narcissists can never be wrong. Well, I can't be wrong. You're probably wrong. It's probably you. It can't be me, right? I always say it's like the old schoolyard. I know you are, but what am I? Right? That's a narcissist right there. It sums it right up. It's always a low vibrational energy. You don't get high vibrational narcissists. It doesn't happen. They're always low. I don't care who they are. I don't care if they're high up a food chain in a law firm or something like that. You don't. They're not high vibrational people, right? All right, here we go. All right, 5 of Wands. Why is that here? 5 of Wands and the 6 of Cups. Somebody here refusing to look at the past, refusing to admit that they were wrong, confused about what things are showing them. Whatever it is, something in the energy is showing that's been going on. Whatever it is in your life, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Maybe somebody here goes to the doctor, gets a diagnosis. Their liver is shot. They don't want to believe it, right? They love the booze. They love the Jack Daniels. It's terrific. It can't be that. They find something else, right? They find anything else that it could be. Smokers do that all the time. I remember when a certain famous guitarist got sick. He made up something like it was the metal picks he used to put in his mouth. That's what caused it. Oh, okay. Yeah, it must be that. Yeah, it couldn't have been the 3 packs a day you were doing and the bottles of Jack. It can't be that, right? It was probably the metal picks. That was it. You know, at the end, I mean, that's what this energy is. That's the extent of what people are going through. It might frustrate you. Keep that in mind. Bridging energy, here's your frustration right there. There's the bridging energy, the 2 of Pentacles. It's frustration. It's too hard for a lot of the energies right now to face these big things that are coming up in the energy. It's not hard for you. All right? You've got some on a simple love scale, leaving the world energies out of it on a simple love scale. Somebody just doesn't want to believe that they made a mistake. It was easy to walk away from you. It's hard to come back. Because it's hard, then it must not be the right thing to do. And that's what they're sitting on. All it's doing is causing them to get extremely frustrated with themselves and angry. You're going to face this in public energies too. You're going to go to the store and there's going to be some fucker walking around the store who's frustrated and angry about something. Stay out of their way. Stay in your empathy zone. Don't cave into it. You're being made aware right now. Your energy is very balanced. It has the potential to be. If you're high vibration, if you're truly an Empress energy. Your energy is very balanced and very high vibration. You're going through this cycle change with grace and ease, provided you stop and smell the roses and feed this energy. Look, there's the roses right there. And underneath that is the Ace of Pentacles, by the way. There's the roses. Stop and smell them. It is the secret. It is the secret sauce to getting through this without getting all crazy and defensive. People around you will be, for various reasons. For reasons I've explained. People are excuse machines. Whenever a low vibrational person is faced with the fact that they've been listening to a goat, to the devil, they always, low vibration, always comes up with excuses that of some way that they can't be wrong or something that they were doing can't be the cause of it. It happens time after time after time again. Tell me about the devil, and then we'll get out of here. It is what it is. There's no way to do, with a world point coming in February, and build up to it, and energy's running off, and large cycle, 36-year cycle coming to an end, major planets about to change signs or changing signs. You've got Saturn moving into Aries for its long stay. You've got Uranus in its final stage of Taurus. You've got huge planets. Neptune just changed signs for the first time in a while. You've got the nodes shifting in the summer. I mean, it's fucking crazy. Jupiter's going to change signs later in the year into Leo. It's crazy. These are big shifts. Lower vibrational people can't handle this shit. It's too much for them. And it's going to make them grumpy. And it's going to make them frustrated. And it's going to make them whatever. I'm telling you that just to give you a heads up. Because I'm getting you're not like that. All right? Let's pull on this devil. See if we can get you some more info. There's no way to do a Rainbow Unicorn Tarot reading on that. There's no way. You've got to be ready for this shit. You can't just look at the light side of things, or you'll get blindsided by the dark side. And that's dangerous with Saturn involved, like I said, by February write-up. Let's go with the devil. Tell me about this devil specifically. What is it? The King of Swords. It's a devil that you thought was speaking, that other people thought was speaking the truth. You thought was speaking the truth. I don't know. It's a devil. It is what it is. It's typical devil. They always make you believe that they're telling you the truth. The Hangman. You get a new perspective on this. And why is the Hangman here? The Hermit. Yeah. Again. And the Ten of Cups. Providing, again, making false promises, making all kinds of things, seeming like they were the wise ones, seeming like whatever. I mean, come on. It's spot on. My energy read is spot the fuck on here. All right, it is what it is. I'm more concerned with this. And you don't let people like this bother you any more than I do. These are the energies. This is how they're flowing. It's very simple to see. It's just none so blind as those who will not. And you're going to have to deal with those people if you're high vibration, just like I do. The only difference is out in public, you don't have a mute button. That's the only difference. At the end of the day, nostalgia is there. Look back, find something you're proud of, grab onto it, and be damn proud of it. It'll feed you during lean times, if you will. Until this major shift happens, and that's what the world is talking about. Until you want to go into this new cycle positive. You want to go in feeling the sunshine. You don't want to go in delusional or frustrated or stuck in the past or making up excuses, the excuse machine. It's all here. You want to go into it positive and happy. You do that by feeding the empathy. All right? Find something you're proud of. Look back. Stop, smell the roses. That's the secret sauce here. And if you do figure out that somebody here in your life or whatever is the devil, believe it. When someone shows you who they are, fucking believe it. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. Good luck.